Hi everyone, welcome back to Trees and Turtles. My name's Imogen and in today's video I am talking about why your 20s should be your selfish decade. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to do that, give this video a big thumbs up, follow me on Instagram and we shall start immediately. Alright, the first thing I want to say is we need to define selfish. So selfishness is often thought of as a negative trait, okay? We say of like people, oh my gosh, they're so selfish, or like, that was such a selfish thing to do, how could you do that? Or you're being really selfish in this relationship, or oh, that child is being so selfish, we've got to teach them to share. Okay, so being selfish is widely seen as a really negative trait and something to be avoided or trained out of. Okay, but there is a lot of value in being selfish, and when being selfish, I don't mean like, I'm a billionaire and I'm leaving people to starve, okay? I'm saying being selfish is recognizing the value of your time and not running yourself into the ground for other people, okay? You are your most precious resource and you need to give yourself the same value or more that you give to other people. I remember when I was about like 16, I guess, I was like reflecting a lot at the time, as 16-year-olds do, because they think everything is deep. And if you're 16, I do not mean this as an insult, because I think you're probably wonderful and you are going to be thinking a lot about life in the coming years, and I think that's wonderful for you. But the point is, like, you are going to be giving a lot of yourself to other people's expectations at that age. And I think when we are in our childhood and we're in our teen years, we're often spending our time fulfilling the expectations of others. Like, you know, we have to get good grades, we have to like, I mean, it mostly is getting good grades to be honest, but we're expected to go to different events and we don't really have a lot of say in our own lives, okay? So the point is, your 20s are really your chance to learn how to live for yourself. A lot of the time you go off to college, it will probably, if you're lucky, it will be a subject you will have chosen because you wanted to do it. And you really need to learn how to live for yourself. And I'm not just talking about college, I'm talking about life. Like, what do you like to do? What hobbies do you have, okay? How do you like to dress? What music do you like to listen to? This is your one life. This life belongs to you, so you should live it for yourself, okay? The second thing I want to talk about is career focus. Okay, so lots of people obviously use their 20s to establish their careers. It's like, everybody does this at this age. And being selfish in this context kind of means dedicating time and energy to like your professional development, sort of seeking out opportunities for growth and like making choices that align with your career goals. And like, I'm going to say this obviously because it is directly relevant, especially for women. Career and education is so important. I kind of like circling back to what I said before, when I was 16 I promised myself that I would never allow anyone to get in the way of my career and education, whether that be like friends, family, any partner I would have, and I always promised myself that I would put that first, because I've seen like too many people sacrifice themselves and their entire lives to like people who were not grateful, or and it just completely destroyed them. And I was like, you know what, this is never going to happen to me. And I was like completely determined. And that's also, I mean, this is a topic for a whole other video, but this is also why I will not be having kids, because I think when you have kids, you've got to devote everything to them, and yeah, no, not for me, okay? But especially for women, career and education is so important, whether or not you want to have kids. If you want to have kids, great, fantastic, someone's got to do it. But like, please, please, please put yourself first. Like, in your career and education, when you are independent and when you are set for life, like, then you can give back to others, but it is the equivalent of putting your own oxygen mask on first, you know, in the airplane. Like, you gotta be strong first for yourself so you can be strong for others, okay? Alright, exploring relationships. So obviously, like, in your 20s, it is a big time to explore, like, both platonic and romantic relationships, and you can have fun, you can, like, you know, or you can commit, so it's completely up to you. But the point is, you don't necessarily have to feel like you must tie yourself down immediately, okay? You need to learn about yourself, and this can be, like, through friendships or, like, other kinds of relationships, that be romantic or any sort of relationship structure where you are, like, interacting on a sort of close personal basis with anyone. You need to, like, put time into learning about yourself through these relationships. And I don't mean use the other person, because that sucks. Like, nobody wants to be used in a relationship. So be considerate, but use it as an opportunity to develop positive skills. Like, how can I support this person? How can I be a better friend? Obviously, don't do that to, like, your detriment, because that's what this whole video is about. But, like, the point is, explore relationships and use it as a way to, like, grow personally, but don't be an asshole. Okay, financial independence. I love talking about financial independence. Achieving financial stability is a huge priority in a lot of people's 20s or even 30s, and like being selfish in this context can often mean like making financial decisions that set you up for future success. So like budgeting, saving, and making wise investments. Obviously I don't mean to bash anyone's choices, but I see like people who are expecting others to go to their destination wedding and like pay 30k to go or something, and it's just astonishing to me. Like, I am all for having a destination wedding, but, like, I would rather spend that 30k on a house deposit, believe me. Like, if it's a choice between going to your destination wedding and putting down a deposit on a house, have fun at your wedding, because I will not be there, okay? Alright, the next thing I want to talk about, and I think the final thing, is health and well-being. Okay, I kind of covered this a little bit earlier. Prioritise your physical and mental health. It's really crucial in your 20s to sort of set yourself up for life. Like, you can tell the difference between people who took care of themselves in their 20s and those who didn't. Okay? Being selfish can, like, involving, like, establishing healthy habits, physically and mentally. If you're, like, running yourself down from a, like, mental health point of view, you can't help others out because you'll be burned out. You won't have enough energy to, like, mentor. And if you're, like, going to bed at 9 p.m, you're probably not going out, like, clubbing, but in the long term, you will be better rested, your grades will improve, you will overall be a healthier person, okay? So I'm not, like, here to bash anyone's choices, but I'm just saying that sometimes being selfish can be really beneficial. And the final thing I want to say, I know I said the last point was the final thing, but this is the final thing, I promise. Do not let anyone shame you for making your choices that benefit you in your life, okay? Like I said before, your life is your own and their life is their own. And this often reminds me of people who are like, oh my gosh, she should wear more makeup, okay? Or, oh, I don't like makeup. Well, you don't have to wear it then, okay? But, like, this other person gets to make whatever choices they want, and that is honestly none of your business, okay? So that is why I think your 20s should be your selfish decade, because it can really, really, really help you with personal growth, development, and just setting you up for the rest of your life. Okay? That is the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, follow me on Instagram, and subscribe, obviously. I will see you soon. Okay, bye!